They're about to go to green flag now, and Mrocek leads the field away at the start, and Maninen has already picked up a penalty, but Mrocek really streaking away in that Lamborghini, and it's Simičić just having to get defensive, but Mrocek's broken very, very late into the center S, and it's all getting a little bit mixed up here as we go back to the Corvettes. This looks like the second of the Porsches, the number 5, just trying to make its way through. That must be Mark Veit then.
So we see Kieran Prendergast now slotting into the second position behind our...
Blotto.
Yeah, that is Blotto who's come out in the leads. Kamal Naui looks like he's already had a big issue.
Prendergast looking to take advantage of this, trying to go down the outside of the Reda Aposta into Desida del Lago. Blotto having to defend, to slow that Ferrari right down at the apex to halt Prendergast's progress. But Prendergast, he is a man on a mission after the heartbreak of Spa, determined to take the early advantage here. He's going to try and go around the outside, uphill at Ferradura, and that creates an opportunity for the other Ferrari. Sebastian Bunch bullies his way through, and this is almost backfiring horribly for Kieran Prendergast.
Yeah, he went from being the meat in the Ferrari sandwich to now being in an intense battle with Sebastian Wunsch, the second of the Ferraris right now, and it looks like Wunsch is actually going to get the advantage here heading into turn 10. Prendergast going to shove it on the inside, gives it right back to Sebastian Wunsch, puts him on the grass even, and that's going to open up an opportunity for the Ferrari behind. Oh, and he spins out. Sebastian Wunsch goes from battling for third place. He's hard in the wall.
Oh, that's heavy, heavy damage to Wunsch's car. There was just no room between either him or Arda Ercan. No longer a factor in this one as we see a move up the inside of Grigoletto. Goes Michi Hoyer, but Hoyer's gone a little bit too deep into the center S, and he has to give that position back. Callum Cripps, I think, is a little bit faster than Louis Gaspard, but it's getting that McLaren past the Ferrari that's proving to be a bit of a headache right now, unless he can just get up the inside into the center S, which is exactly what he does. It's going to be really, really physical on exit here through the second part of the corner. Louis Gaspard trying to push Callum Cripps out, and look at this, Liskovitz is going to get involved too, up the inside through Curva del Sol. That puts Louis Gaspard down 2 positions then.
Side by side for position now. It looks like Laredo making a move to the inside of
Grigoletto.
Yeah, Grigoletto has just lost a position. So Grigoletto down to 5th position. Amos Laredo going to make his way up to 4th. And now he's going to try to take a shot at Michi Hoyer in the BMW.
But Maninen, closer than he's looked in a while, trying to weave his way in to that 7th position as they go into the center S. Gaspar is going to be on the outside here. Oh, they just about wrestle for control. Gaspar over the curb, just avoids hitting the Corvette. And it's Maninen that's up to P7.
So we see side by side now, Fabio Grigoletto continuing to fall down the order. Marco De Bono in the Ferrari is going to take that position.
Something to keep in mind, but certainly, big snap there for Fabio Grigoletto. And Jules Neal is going to take advantage of that into Jun Chao through into 7th position there. So one mistake, that was all Jules Neal needed. And Grigoletto sees him just falling down the order here as they go around the outside of Kieran Prendergast, who is still trying to snatch that GT3 class lead. And look at it, they're still about to go side by side, the 2 Cadillacs. Grigoletto is going to try and get the inside here. Jules Neal on the outside, and Grigoletto back through. Fantastic recovery there from the Italian.
But now he's at risk. And look, big time moment. Who's that that's just gone around? Mark Veit's gone off the track, and in the meantime, Kasper Mariansky trying to make a move around Orlane Bruce. So this is Mark Veit, who looks like he's going to have to retire. He's pulling off to the side of the track.
So Mario Tump is just sort of boxed in here. And look here, late dive from Marco De Buono into the S's, and now into Pinherino. He's going to try and go around the outside. Grigoletto is tucked up behind as well. Oh, they catch wheels, and they're both off. Mario Tump and Marco De Bruno lose several positions there, and that's the problem with the pack being so bunched up there. That is so costly for both of them. And Marco De Bruno is going to be kicking himself, and Mario Tump thumped out of the way.
It looks like just at that moment, we've just gone past our leaders in LMGT3. They both look like they were just coming out of the pit lane. Yeah, looks like that's Matteo Blotto and Kieran Prendergast going at it for what should be the ultimate lead in LMGT3. And in the meantime, Fabio Grigoletto easily gets past Amos Larito, so easily, in just a few laps time, achieves what Mario Tump spent the better part of half an hour trying to accomplish. Hypercars positions 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, all kind of stuck behind Amos Larito, who's done a stellar job of defending against Mario Tump, who continues to try to recover from an incident with Marco De Buono, who's fallen all the way back to the 9th position, and has not since been able to make a move. It looks like, I think Neil's lost the engine. Neil may have lost the engine.
Oh, what?
No, it looks like smoke's still coming out.
He's really having to slow down dramatically there because that's let Mario Tump back through.
Because Matteo Blotto going to have to defend the inside here into turn 1. Kieran Prendergast deep and on the brakes. He's going to have a great late apex through the S's here. The Senna S is going to give him a great opportunity to get a run down the straightaway. Is he going to have a run? The 86 Ferrari, for the time being, holds the position, but Kieran Prendergast maybe just a touch more momentum. He's going to try to make it to the inside, but Matteo Blotto going to block off that move. Fakes left, goes right. Kieran Prendergast to the outside of Matteo Blotto for the lead in LMGT3. Not able to make the move here through turns 4 and 5, but now he's on the inside. That will rapidly become the outside line as they head back to the right-hand side and into a very tight section, and just a little bit of contact now. Not going to give up the position is Matteo Blotto. He's going to take it back from Kieran Prendergast.
Oh no, Lorito, with 2.5 minutes left to go, he's had to come into the pits, and that has surely blown his chances of finishing in the top 10 here. So our 2 class leaders are going to converge, and this is great news, of course, for Blotto, because it means, oh, there we go, look at the flashing lights on Marocchek as they go through Ferradura, almost as one.
I think Prendergast is almost out of fuel. He's had to back off significantly from Blotto. Actually, no, he's pitted, so he must have fuel. He's just backed off, it looks like, from the leader Matteo Blotto. In the meantime, now he's made a move to get a lot closer, but I don't think he's anywhere near close enough to make a move right now. Yarnay Simic to the inside. Now Marocchek for side by side.
And Marocchek has just got to hold on.
The lead.
This is so tense for Magulio. Marocchek still got the inside, almost off track goes Simicic. Can he swing it round the outside at the Chung Chao? No, he can't. Marocchek now on the front, and it's a drag race to the line. Can the Lamborghini hold on, or will Yarnay Simicic steal victory at the death? He's thrown everything at this win, but it's not enough. David Marocchek is going to win here at Interlagos in a heart and mouth finish. And oh, even a bit of overheating from Simicic. The engine was firing on all 8 cylinders there right at the end. So that was a fantastic finish, and indeed, let's praise Matteo Blotto, because he also held off Kieran Prendergast in a similarly tight duel there, as we're about to see Levy and Tump finish 5th and 6th behind Grigoletto. We also saw a late penalty there for Quidel, who I think has fallen to 14th in his Cadillac. But oh my goodness, Braden, oh look at this, Levy backing off, and through goes Mario Tump into, no, it's Levy getting past Tump, sorry. So Mario Tump must have run right out of fuel on the run to the line. Let's go through, I guess, the GT3 results first then. Matteo Blotto beats Kieran Prendergast by just under 0.3 of a second, but nonetheless, it's another second place for Kieran Prendergast, our new championship leader. Arda Ercan, despite a dramatic start, was able to hold on to 3rd from Erwin Liskowitz, who of course was the one who pit early and gained a load of places. He finishes 4th in the end and jumps Callum Cripps, who had to pit later on. Fabian Ballet, he falls to 6th by the end. A little bit disappointment for the German there, with Louis Gaspar finishing in 7th. And it's Alexei Rassi, a good result for Rassi in 8th, with Regan Mitchell from the very back of the grid to 9th. He will be somewhat satisfied with that, with Michel Rodriguez rounding out the top 10. Meanwhile, Hypercar, David Marocchek takes a fantastic win for Lamborghini, and look at that gap. 0.08 of a second between Marocchek and Yarnay Simicic as they cross the line together. So yeah, Simicic, you could say it may only be 0.08, but 0.08 makes all the difference between winning and having to settle for the runners-up spot. But nonetheless, Simicic maintains his lead in that championship in Hypercar. Another 3rd place for Mitchie Hoyer. He did clear Amos Lorito early on, but Hoyer was a little bit distant in the end and sort of just had to manage the fuel with Fabio Grigoletto. A good comeback after a tough middle phase of the race to finish in P4 in that fantastic almost 10-car duel for 4th, with David Levy unexpectedly being given the 5th position by Mario Tump over the line. Completely unintentional. I think Tump just had a little bit less fuel and virtual energy than he thought he had on that final lap. Marco Di Buono gets 7th for Ferrari ahead of Julian Gurin. We didn't talk much about Julian, but he quietly came up to 8th to take his best finish of the season so far. So great job from the 2 Ferraris. Pirelli and Brew overcame heating issues to get to 9th. And then Jules Neal, sadly a victim of his own lack of cooling, he finishes P10.